Sometimes it's nice to have access to the right tools so that you can solve some of life's little challenges. In my case, I've got multiple kids at home who are working different schedules, causing conflicts with car sharing. So my answer was to use our lasers to make a wipe-off calendar board where they can write in their schedules so we can plan ahead. I decided on a 2-week calendar to make sure I covered different weekly start dates. Normally, I could have just cut a piece of acrylic and slapped some black stickers on it and called it a day, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. The entire calendar was made out of 2 pieces of 1/8" acrylic. The back was made out of white acrylic and the front was made from clear acrylic. Both pieces of acrylic were engraved and cut with the paper mask from the factory still applied. The front piece had the calendar lines and labels engraved in reverse. This way, they could be sandwiched on the inside of the 2 pieces and show through the front correctly. By having the engraving sort of inside the assembly, the writing surface would be completely smooth and the engraving would be protected from being written on. The engraving was spray painted black. Again, I could have accomplished this faster by using black stickers cut on our vinyl cutter, but I know most people with a laser probably won't have access to that equipment. So I was thinking, how would I have done this with only a laser? And that's why I settled on this method. A sticker on the top surface would degrade over time with people constantly writing on and around it. The sticker would have to be applied to the white backing to look good. If you had applied it in reverse to the backside of the clear acrylic, you'd have the adhesive side showing through, which probably wouldn't look as good either. I did face one challenge, and that was how to bond the clear acrylic front piece to the white back piece. Any glue or double-sided tape would show through, so I opted to use screws. Holes had been lasered out in the white acrylic, sized slightly too small for the screws. This way I was able to create threads for screws using my trusty and invaluable tap and die set. Seriously, I don't know how anyone can not have one of these sets. I use mine all the time. I cheated a little bit by using the tap in a cordless drill set to low speed. This made quick work of the holes. The white acrylic had its paper mask peeled off to prepare for assembly. And then the clear acrylic had the paper mask on the engraving side peeled off. The clear and white pieces of acrylic were then screwed together. Circles had been engraved on the front side of the clear piece to provide a little countersinking for the screw heads. The holes that were cut inside these circles were big enough for the screws to loosely fit through. I chose screws that were just long enough to engage the threads in the white acrylic without going through the backside. The tools and hardware used in this build will be listed in the description below if you're interested. Now that everything was assembled, I peeled off the factory paper mask from the front of the clear acrylic. The final touch was to mount some markers on the board. I used some cheap self-adhesive clips to hold the markers. It was nice that I was able to get markers that included an eraser on the cap. This way I didn't need to add a tray or something to hold an eraser. The clips and pens used will be listed in the description below.
Hooray!
I could have added holes in the design for mounting with screws, but I wanted to avoid holes in the wall. I used double-sided tape instead. I should be able to just hit it with some heat to soften the adhesive if I have to take it down later, and I won't have any holes to fill in paint. I'm pretty happy overall with the result. The true test will be if I can get everyone to use it. That remains to be seen.
Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you think and if you've ever thought about doing a project like this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to get notified of future projects. We have more projects coming soon. Stay tuned.